Hey everyone, welcome to the latest episode of Progress. This episode we're doing a training video. I trained quads and hamstrings. Y3T style, this is week 2. So week 2, my rep range was between about 14 and 18 reps. And my rep tempo, I slow the negative down to around about 3 to 4 seconds. So really feeling the whole movement. And this workout was so easy on paper. Neil sent me the program and I looked over it and I thought, okay, it's only 2 exercises for quads, 2 exercises for hamstrings, and that's it. But there was a lot of sets and a lot of slow negatives, slow reps. But you're gonna see all that coming up in the video, so I'll see you at the other end of it. All right, so week 2 Y3T leg day. So first exercise is laying hamstring curls. Now I tried to muck around with the camera, put it in some different angles so that it didn't look like this was just a major ass shot, but this was the best that I could get. So the off season is obviously working well. The glutes are definitely swole. So very basic here. I worked my way up to, I think I did about 4 warm-up sets, and then when I started my working sets here, I did 6 working sets of 18 reps. So again, employing the rest pause Y3T training. So I'll do sort of maybe 8 to 10 reps, rest down the bottom for a few seconds, do maybe 3 or 4 reps, rest down the bottom, and then go again. Keep going all the way up to about 18 reps. So 6 sets of that was pretty brutal for the first exercise on hamstring. And again, really squeezing and controlling the negatives for the first as many reps as I can, as strict as possible. And then I just burn them out at the end. So I did this, like that set there I did for every set for those 6 sets. And then back to this exercise again that I showed you guys the other week, which is it's just a different version of doing a stiff-legged deadlift. So you can do it in the traditional way with your back, with your chest up, with your back arched. You can use a hell of a lot more weight. But I'm experimenting with this exercise. It's an exercise that I have done in the past, and I've been getting really good results out of this. So it doesn't hurt to mix things up. This is, my back is definitely rounded. Before you guys say, the form that I'm using, yes, I know my back is definitely rounded, but my back doesn't actually move. It stays in that position. I hunch right over, I put my chin down towards my chest, and I get a really good stretch, and then I just focus on pulling up with my hamstrings and my glutes, and then just squeezing it at the top. So, very, very, it definitely doesn't look like the common stiff-legged deadlift. It looks very, very unorthodox, but I feel this a lot. So, and that's what it comes down to. Some exercises you see people doing in the gym, it might not be what you would do, but if they're feeling it and they're getting it where they got to get it, then good for them. So then that was it for hamstrings. Only 2 exercises, so 6 sets on the lying leg curls. And then I did, I think 3 or 4 sets on those stiff-legged deadlifts. And then before I do squats, I always loosen up my quads. I find the best way to do that is to get a foam roller. So if you haven't bought a foam roller, I suggest that you do. This is, this saves a lot of money in massage as well. Just really loosening up the fascia around the muscle, and just releases a lot, especially the ITBs like I'm foam rolling now. I find that a lot of knee issues and knee tracking that I had in the past was due to having really tight ITBs. And just my quads in general are just always super tight, hip flexors, quads. So I do this before I squat, always. So, and as well for me, because I find it hard to get the depth in my squat if I go straight to squat. So I foam roller all along my shins and my calves as well, just to try to open all of that up. So I did that, felt nice and loose, got everything nice and mobile, and then I moved straight over to a barbell squat. So you can see I'm trying to go, that's as deep as I can possibly go on my squats. I'm going all the way down, all the way up, and I'm really controlling the weight as well. So I'm trying to do 3 to 4 seconds on the negatives. Now this was absolutely brutal. I can't tell you guys, I did 8 sets of this. And this was tough. This was really, really tough. Not just physically, more mentally. After like the 5th set of this, taking every set to failure, mind you, was very, very hard. And you know, even when it gets hard, you can see I'm still keeping the depth, keeping the rep tempo exactly the same. So this, you know, it's as hard as you make it. You know, if you speed it up and you do half reps, you're obviously going to make it easier. You know, I don't like to do that. I like to be able to just push myself, keep the form the same, and see how far I can take it. You know, I'm not going to take it easy way out and do half reps and things. That's just it's just not me. So you will see on other leg days though that I don't go this deep. I don't always go that deep on squats, but on this particular day, I did. And now in between sets, like I said, this is probably after the 4th or 5th set. So the first 4 or 5 sets were absolute nightmare. But you know, by this 5th set, I just sit down, regroup, gather my thoughts, and get ready to do it all again. And then just another angle for you guys from the back. So you can see it wasn't a hell of a lot of weight at all. It was only 2 for 100, just over 100 kilos. But controlling it, squeezing it, doing sets of 18 reps by 8 sets. You know, for me that was hard. Maybe it's not hard for you, I don't know, but for me that was a really, really hard leg workout. And I'm still feeling it today. I was trained on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 4 days already, and I still can't walk downstairs straight. I got to walk downstairs sideways. My legs are absolutely fried. So, you know, definitely give that a go, guys. It was the first exercise on quads. Slowed it right down, 3 to 4 seconds on the negatives, all the way down as far as you can. And you can see my stance is pretty wide. That was the point today. I wanted to do wide stance squats. What did I do after squats? After I did squat, well, you can see here, still doing squats. So when it gets real hard, you know, you don't have to rack it. You just rest at the top. I just go down, push up, and then I just rest, catch my breath. But I found doing this real high rep sort of stuff, once I hit failure, you know, I was gone. I knew that I wouldn't have been able to get back up. So, and then after that, I went on to leg press. So, leg press I did only a few sets. I think I only did about 3 or 4 sets on leg press. Actually 4 sets on leg press. But I put my feet more together on the leg press. And you know, I really didn't have a really good range of movement, only because my legs were so pumped from all of the squats that I did. And I just had nothing left. Like, it just felt like I was pushing against nothing. I had no pump anymore. I didn't really have any feeling after that. My legs were just completely buckled. So, like I said, I did 4 sets of 12, I think. No, what would I have done? I would have done 4 sets of about 18 reps as well. Now, no need to do a warm up, you know, straight into it. And that was pretty much it. So 4 exercises, 2 for hamstrings, 2 for quads, and completely finished. So there you have it, guys. That is week 2 of the Y3T training, legs done. So if you saw that workout on paper, 4 exercises, you would probably think that that is going to be an easy workout. But that was one of the hardest leg workouts that I've done. It was just, I pushed myself way past failure. I did 8 working sets on the hamstring curls, 8 working sets of the squats. I slowed down the negatives, so I made it as intense as I could. And I put in all of my effort. And I think that's the main thing. Like, I try to say to people that look at gym programs, and if it's only got a few exercises for a body part, they're like, it's a shitty program, it's not going to do anything. But it's all about effort, guys. It's how much you're willing to put into those few sets. You know, when I start a working set, you know, that's to absolute failure. You know, I cannot do another rep. So, you know, there's no need for me to do 10 different exercises. I'll do 3 or 4 exercises, but do them perfectly and can take the muscle to complete failure. And, you know, I don't have to do any more than that. So that's my thoughts on training anyway. And that's really it. I hope you guys got something out of it. You guys can try the workout. 18, you know, 14 to 18 reps on squats, about 8 sets of that, and the hamstrings as well, and leg press at the end of the quads. So try it and let me know. Hit me up on my Facebook page or whatever. Let me know if you tried the workout. So for now, that is it. Next week we're going to be doing a Q&A again. So don't forget to subscribe to Massive Joe's YouTube channel and their Facebook page. Stay up to date with everything the guys are doing. And that's it. I'll see you in the next episode.